Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body and keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring attention to this bell sound, and while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take few minutes for ourselves to understand how these teachings or the practice will help for our spiritual development. And developing spirituality, how you can gain a right liberation or the transformation or the wisdom. So when it comes to Buddha's teaching, and today, and out of these all teachings, we have to remember, we have a very clear purpose to gain the right wisdom. And we have a very clear purpose regarding out of this all what we need. So to gain this all benefit, one thing is what the Buddha taught. So Buddha's teaching. And when it comes to that, we call it sutras. So whenever you have time, just give a try a little bit. And there are a lot of YouTube channels talk about that, they go with the sutras. Directly they explain sutras. There are a lot of monks go from beginning all the sutras one by one, they explain. And there are many other websites like Sutra Central. They go with all the sutras and you can read it as a text, or there are many monks explain it. So it is important for you to touch that very organic, authentic level of wisdom. So that is one thing. And out of the monk's teaching, we also personally, we have responsibility not to manipulate that original text or the teachings of the Buddha. Our purpose is bringing that Buddha's teaching to you. So before it come to you, we have to practice it within ourselves, and then we have to deliver it to you. So that's how that we play our role as monks. And there are monks, they practice themselves, they don't go into to teach. But if we teach, if there is no way that we teach something about us, we teach always related to the sutra. We merge with all with sutras and give the teachings to you. So your responsibility, whenever you have time, you have to go back to the sutras and see what you learn and how the sutras go together. So that is one thing. So the teachings. And other one is the practice part. So when it comes to practice part, it's nothing to do with that what you learn. When it comes to practice part, it is completely different method of the wisdom you should have with the practice. Maybe you have a very good sutra book, or maybe YouTube channel, or maybe there are some good teachers you follow, but still, if you don't gain the right method and if you don't practice it yourself, just having it, maybe just imagine you have a very good book, but you keep it under your pillow and you start to sleep, it doesn't mean that the wisdom going to absorb to your brain like a sponge. It's not like that. Or maybe every day worshipping the book, praying and asking. There are many ways people do still. And sometimes some people keep the book to head and kind of like a whispering to the book and tell the book to please transform this all the wisdom to my brain. There are people do that kind of things. So, but the thing is this, whoever do that, it's okay with them. It's nothing to do with this practice. When it comes to this, you have to use your mind and you have to put your effort. You have to have the clarity and develop it within you day by day, day by day. And then at the same time, you have to audit yourself, how you practice. You are the one who should do it. Otherwise, sometimes we say, oh, I practice meditation this many years, or maybe this much hours per day. What's the point? How many hours we sleep? How many times we keep eating? You know, from the birth, you have keep eating. So maybe you tell, oh, now I'm practicing meditation for 10 years. That cannot beat that you from the birth, you still keep sleeping more than 6 hours maybe. You keep eating 3 times per day. You know, you can't beat that 10-year practice to that lifetime habitual patterns. So, but very quality practice, clear practice is the key point that can turn this inner frequency to higher vibration. So another one is the result. So this is not something that you gain result after you die. This is not something that you can gain result after you get very, very old, like your retirement. This is not, kind of like that, So this is not a practice. You gain result out of someone else's initiation. Okay, I'm granting now you get result. It's not like that. So you practice right away, you gain the result. So this is how these things are. So 3 things. Remember the Buddha's teaching and method you practice and the result. So that three things you have to keep together. And today what happened, as you know, there are many methods, medias, ways, patterns that people bring this teachings about meditation. It's pouring day by day by many apps come, many techniques come. And with this artificial intelligence, now many methods people introduce. Even now there are robots, so start to teach meditation. Good luck for monks. So like that, there are many things keep coming. So information becomes more, but at the same time, there is something happening underneath this all. Remember this, the doubt. Doubt also become now more strong than any other time. So sometimes people ask, what is right? What is wrong? So what is this? How this work? So when the doubt is there regarding your practice, there is no confidence. When there is no confidence within your own practice, you can't get the right result. It always remember that. When there is doubt, it's going to bounce back and destroy everything, anything. So this is a kind of like a very behavior of mind, and it's kind of like one property, negative property of our mind, doubt. So as you know, in 5 hindrance also, there is, we call it about doubt. And this is overall regarding our practice and regarding our life and anything that sometimes, especially nowadays, and because most of people try to practice this themselves alone, like many other things. But when they try to practice themselves or they try to learn themselves, that means maybe they use the computer, maybe online informations and that things, and they don't forget, they don't remember while they're listening to this, all the informations, what happens? This inside Lilliput start to have a conversation while you're watching it. So this inside your head, there is a Lilliput always keep talking. That Lilliput have a more doubt from the whole samsaric journey. So what happens while you're learning just by yourself, maybe that doubt become more stronger, get nourished out of that, the inner conversation. So you have to break it down. You should not allow this unnecessary doubt to arise in you regarding anything. So even in the conventional life, if there is a doubt arise regarding something, you cannot make it happen, or you can't have any kind of success out of it. It always takes you to make mistakes. That's the very danger with the doubt. When there is doubt, you can't give your best for that. It's always something going to missing. So when it comes to that situation, the outcome also come with something missing, and which very difficult to fix later. It always takes us to tangle. And that itself creates difficulties, even in the conventional life. So that difficulty start to link and invite the fear. So once the doubt's there and the fear come, and fear help for the doubt, not to get out of the doubt, not to develop the clarity. So then what happened? You paralyze inside your mind, inside your brain. You are not kind of like complete person. So then, while you practice, for your meditation practice, for your spiritual development, to have a very clear, good foundation, one of the important things, you have to beat this doubt. You have to get out of it rather than nourishing it. Nothing wrong, you practice yourself, but remember, it is very difficult for you to shut down this Lilliput that keep talking inside you. And maybe unknowingly, by the time you come with many questions and the difficulties, because the doubt grow inside. So somehow, then what we need to do? So there are 4 things from the ancient time, even in the sutras is mentioned, and Venerable Sariputta one time mentioned, and all the most of the senior monks used to teach. For whoever come to this practice, whoever follow this Dharma, how you can get out of this doubt. So it is not by wishing, by praying, by thinking, by hoping. No, there are certain things you have to practice. So one of the thing is to get out of the doubt, start to associate with good people. So here good people mean the people don't have doubt. Because we have very cunning nature. So whoever have a doubt, we are so come closer to them. The greedy person slowly becomes so comfortable and happy with the greedy person. Angry people slowly go into angry person. So like that, you have to be very careful. Maybe you feel comfortable and you feel kind of like, oh, you know, I'm kind of like a soulmate. Because why? Oh, because I feel so comfortable with this person. Oh, that's mean maybe that your inner nature is slowly connected to that person's nature. So maybe how about your greed, your ignorance, maybe have ability to attach to another ignorant person. Then what will happen? You double the ignorance. So that's why. That doesn't mean always it come to that, but you have to be careful. So the good person here means the person doesn't have doubt and confident about the Dharma and have the strong faith, conviction, understanding about the practice or the Dharma. So then yourself, it is your responsibility then. Merge with that. Hanging to that kind of people around, find it. It's people have, there are people like that. Find it. And then whenever you have opportunity, if there is a doubt arise, you go to that person and have a conversation and get clear. So that is one thing. Then remember, associate with good people. And the second one is listening or reading or watching. Nowadays, we have to add all these 3. But in the ancient time, it's only listening. Reading or watching the true teaching. Right teaching. So that's why I explained from the beginning the sutras. And explaining the sutra maybe and helping you to get into the sutra, not about that whatever their own ideas, not what they think. So when it comes to Dharma, still that you can find that Buddha's very organic, true teachings. So look for that. There are many, many ways that you can find it. So that is the second one. And the third one is developing your attention and having proper attention, clear attention to whatever you practice. Because when there is a lack of attention, half of attention also develop the doubt. So just imagine you having a conversation at home with somebody, or maybe your attention is somewhere, maybe you watching TV, or maybe you on your phone, so that other person keep talking. And then you didn't listen properly. Why? Because you pretend like listening, but your attention somewhere. So then later you remember that person told you something. And then you come and ask, what did you say? That question come out of the doubt, lack of attention. So that is one of the key major reason that this doubt going to grow inside us. So then always, while you practice, while you're learning in day-to-day life, develop this proper attention. It is just not only closing your eyes and practice meditation. So in day-to-day life, whatever you do for each and everything, attention should be one of the major part of it. So that way you get out of the doubt. So when there is no doubt, what's there? Confident, clarity. When there is confidence and the clarity, no fear. So that is where you give your best. And then you can get your best performance out of whatever the activities you do. And then you get the best result for that very moment. So it is not someday you're going to get. So that is why you feel the confidence deeply. And out of that, you have the self-ability, self-responsibility, self-confidence, and self-trust. So those things, as a person in day-to-day life, is very necessary. Because it becomes the building block for your tomorrow. It becomes your blueprint or your DNA for tomorrow. You are the one who need to deal with this life. Remember, that's no one going to come and save you, protect you. So then you have whatever you develop inside you become way of your life. And we don't know what come tomorrow. We don't know where our life going to be tomorrow. Look at all of us. 10 years back, our life was in somewhere else, in different mood, with different people. Look, today you are around completely different, unknown people. And today maybe you know as a friend or the family member or the neighbor, but 10 years back, we didn't know these people going to be in our life, part of our life. So the same thing going to happen tomorrow also. Tomorrow, we don't know what will happen. We don't know any situation or what kind of people be in front of us, or we going to be in front of them. So then have this all good qualities in you, especially releasing, taking out this doubt. You are capable to gain this confidence to yourself. And then While you practice, when you close your eyes, if you have a doubt, it's always going to bother you. You can't give your best for your practice. It's start to create very gloomy, dusty mind inside you. No need that. You can make it clear. How you can make it clear? Remember, it's having proper attention. And this is very deep. Even in day-to-day life, sometimes regarding our own life, we think, oh, the aliens hijack our brain, or the society, or the civilizations, or unknown, these spiritual powers overtake us, or maintaining or handling our life. And sometimes even at night, maybe you sleeping, something happen. But most of the things happen because of our lack of attention. We experience that kind of very trance, very kind of like a unnatural or supernatural way of experience. So if you develop the attention, then you can get out of that. Another thing is, when it comes to the Buddha's teaching, one of the core teaching is causation, cause and effect, or the causality. Each and every action or the result has connections to many more other actions. So when you have the attention, you are capable to see from where these things come. Look at the human history. When it comes to civilization, we gain all the success out of the attention that we develop. And even very recently, the pandemic happened. And within few months, very quickly, they found out a vaccine. And when it comes to human history, this is one of the important things that you should know, because more than any other time, very quickly, people able to find out a solution. Because in the history, it took many, many years them to find out. We went through many diseases. And even like, this Black Death, like when people, they didn't know just washing hand can save a life, even for doctors. They didn't believe that from the beginning. Like when the delivery happened, they used to use the hand, and the baby die, or maybe mother used to die. And then somehow they found out these germs in hands. And after they have done that research, and they came with the result and told, okay, doctors, you have to wash the hand. And they got some doctors got so mad. Who you are to tell like that to us? How it is possible? It cannot happen like that way. There is nothing in our hand. So like that. And it took many years to at least to find out, just look, just, washing hands can save life. And there are many other things, like solutions for malaria. And it came from a mosquito. To find out that thousands people died, millions people died, and the malaria from the history, it changed the civilizations, destroy humans from the planet, mosquitoes. So it changed the cities, and it changed the lifestyle, but they didn't know it is the mosquito. But look, when it comes to our time, and right away people able to find out the solution. But you just imagine if it didn't happen like that way, if the people doesn't know how these things happen. how this virus work. Just imagine how kind of lifestyle we're going to have today. No, they somehow find out from where they get that ability. Developing attention. Without attention, they couldn't make it happen. So then all the success in your life, the key factor behind this all, remember, your attention. Just imagine you send the child to study. And if the child doesn't do the right, and how the child going to get the good result end of the year? So then that's why you give everything, but remember, teach them the important about attention. So then when it comes to your day-to-day life, it will take your doubt out if you have the proper attention. Even if you get afraid, you may think there is a ghost, maybe dark place. You may think this is supernatural, spiritual. Put your attention to there, that you will see all the sound or the sign or things that you experience. So the lack of attention can create many things. That doesn't mean there is nothing. No, maybe there. So if it is there like that, if you have the right attention, you can see it. Then you know it is there. Otherwise, just create something in your mind and you experience like a gloomy mind. No, now you know it is there. There are, of course, many unknown supernatural powers, spirits. But when it comes to our life, remember, that's not going to help for you. It is there because there is a reason for that. No any supernatural power is going to be there for you. No any aliens going to come for you. They will come maybe for them. You are the only one for you. That is very difficult to digest, but that is the ugly truth. So then, when you do something, rather than depending from something or somebody or believing regarding something, put the 100% attention and take the fully responsibility to you and be with it, at least for that moment. And then it's okay. When you go to sleep, it's okay. Then if you're at home, you sit down and watching a movie, and then maybe you believe about it. It's okay, because no, but when you have your bodily, verbally, mentally action interference with things, like driving. Just imagine you're driving on this very busy freeway. If you don't have the clear confidence about you, what will happen? Trust about you, clarity about you, what will happen? You work with the very huge machines maybe. And maybe at home you cooking, you cutting something. So if you have the confidence better than you, if you have the confidence regarding the knife, what will happen? So like that, proper attention play a larger role in our life. So doubt arise most of time, we don't have this proper attention. Another way, the lack of attention create the doubt. And the fourth one is practicing in the line with the teachings, not go out of track. Because sometimes while we practice, we go out of the track. So just imagine, like very famous, like soccer games, basketball games, and even tennis, Wimbledon, and sometimes golf, cricket, and whatever the game, always protected by rules. So whoever the player play any game need to follow the rules. So that if you break the rules, you can't play. But look how many this very famous, well-known, and in front of thousands audience, when there are some situations come, when they engage with that situations, when they come to some kind of level, they just break the rules, no reason. And as you know, like when it comes to soccer games, maybe well-known players, well-practiced players, maybe it's kind of like this World Cup final. How many sometimes that get the yellow card or maybe red card and maybe get out of the game? So why this happened? It happened to you and me both also, because we have this crazy nature inside us. You know what happened? Little by little, when you become tuned to the game or whatever you do, you have this inner nature. You are always like to go out of the track. It's like a cravingness. There is a cravingness to break rules. We all have that. So be careful about it. That's why, like high speeding, little by little when we drive, and you get little by little, it start to give the gas, and you look around and no any inspector, and you know that you speeding. And it's everywhere. When it comes to practice, the same. And we start from the beginning, we start with practice. But by the time you know what happens, we start to do our own things. We don't merge with we go in line with the teaching sometimes. And that's why people are, oh, I can do it myself. Oh, this is what I think this, and then go and do themselves. So that doesn't mean you have to be biased to teachings, no. But you have to remember this crazy nature always have ability to take us away from the very teachings. And that's why even very simple things, observing the sensation in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Don't go anywhere else. But by the time you think, oh, I'm practice meditation now, oh, I feel so good. Oh, my third eye now, I want to open. And then you put the attention in front of your forehead. From where that come? Yeah, I had one person and recently came and I was having conversation. And I asked, what kind of meditation you do? Oh, I focus to not the breathing. Yeah, forehead. I want to open my third eye. So it's like that. So that's why you always remember. You merge with you keep to the principles. You don't break the rule, you play the game. Inside the court, you play the game and you can run here and there and you can do all the things. But remember, you have to be disciplined not to break the rules, not to go beyond the rules. So like that, when it comes to meditation, tranquility meditation, insight meditation, there is a method that Buddha taught, and there is nothing that you can add to it, or there is nothing you can remove from that teachings. That is the beauty of the Dharma. So that's why having the clarity in you, and when it comes to practice, always remember, be with the teaching, time to time, you refresh, clean, brush up, and see, are you far away from the teachings? Are you lining with the teachings? And then you will see. So remember these 4 things. Associate with good people. That good people means the people don't have doubt. People have the clarity. And listening to the true Dharma or the teachings or the reading or watching, and proper attention, big part in your life. And practicing in line with the teachings. So those 4 practice will develop the confidence and take you out from the doubt. So with that, let's get into practice. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Supateva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think, and we gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment, with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently breathe in, breathe out 3 times, and find the sensation in front of your nose or your upper lip area. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. When it happens through the sensation, recognize it. Do nothing extra. Bring my attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. Your backside. Your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all six directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy. Without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata chammihi sambadam punya sambadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Imaya dhamma nudhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammang pujemi sanghang pujemi. Addaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadi maranam ha paribunjisami. Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.